Hello friends, welcome back, and in this video we'll see or we'll talk about SVN, which is a version control, and this helps you to keep track of all your codes, or just like this maintains your current code and your history, and then you can compare with your history as well. Like for example, today you are working on something, and then if you want to compare your code with whatever you've done yesterday, that you can do. So basically this SVN thing, this version control, it keeps tracks of all your data, all your source code. So this is one of the must know thing for a developer. So here, like, there are a couple of approaches to configure SVN in your IDE. So for example, currently I'm using Red Hat CodeReady Studio. You guys must be using some other IDE like NetBeans or Eclipse or IBM Red. That doesn't matter, the process is same. So one approach is what you do. Okay, let me show you help, and here we have two options. Sorry, install new software. Here if I click on add, it gives me two options. Either I can give the URL so that my IDE itself can fetch the SVN version. So just let me get one. Okay, just let me open my Chrome. Okay, here I'll copy this version SVN link. Don't worry, I'll copy the link in the comment section. So here I'll type SVN 1.10. So like current version is 1.113, but 1.10 is the current stable release. So if you saw, now you can see here, right, Eclipse version, and then some things to download here. It says this is optional, so I'll just click here, select all, and just uncheck the optional things we don't want, and select here SVN kit because we want everything. So we are going to install the configure SVN 1.10. So this is the one way, one approach of doing this. So for that, what do you need? You just need the subversion URL from your IDE, can extract or can download the setup. Okay, and the another approach which I prefer to use is, mostly what I do, I just go and download. Let me show you. For now, I'll just cancel this one just for a moment. I'll show you how I work actually. See SVN. So here, so basically I have this SVN setup file downloaded on my system. Now what I will do is I'll just go to my IDE under help menu, like we have so many, so the last one is help, and then same thing, install new software, click on add. You just saw, right, I just put the URL here, SVN setup URL, but now because I already have the setup file, so I already have the setup file on my local, my C drive. So I'll just click on C and I'll put the path here, C and then SVN 1.8, select, because like the version which I have on my desktop is 1.8, so I'll just give 1.8 for my reference and add. See here, same thing, I can see here Eclipse SVN, because I already have SVN 1.8 configured on my machine, so you are not able to see other options here. So this is the one thing which I skipped, right? So this is the second approach. So like one is, if you have, you can Google it to find out the sub Eclipse URL, and then, or what you can do is you just simply use the URL, or if you have the setup file on your system, you just click here on add and click on local. If you have setup file, if you don't have setup file, just use the URL. So just let me show you one more time. I'm going to cancel this one. Install, add here, and I'll give the name as SVN. It says 1.10 current version. See here, because like I don't have SVN 1.10 on my system, so I can see all the files, and if I have to install, I just need these details. I'm not going to pick optional thing and click here for this So basically I have selected almost everything except one this optional thing. Then I have to click on next. It's gonna be easy. You have to click on next, accept, finish. So here you can see the installation process going on here in the bottom, installing softwares. So it won't take much time, it's like very small. You can say a plugin basically. Because now if we are using the URL, then it also depend on your internet speed. It says like, do you want to install? Because we are using out of IDE, so you just click here, okay, install anyway, because we are trusting on the files which this IDE will download, and then it says restart. Okay, so wait for a moment. It's restarting my Red Hat CodeReady Studio. So the process to configure SVN is almost similar in Eclipse, in NetBeans, in IBM RAD, or Red Hat CodeReady Studio. Same process, similar approach. It's updating few things here. Okay, now let's see how to verify that we have configured SVN in our IDE successfully. So what you have to do for that is click on file, then click here new, and then come to the other, and then type SVN. See here, it says check out project from SVN. It means you have successfully configured SVN in your IDE. Now if you click on next, it will ask, do you want to create a new repository location or use existing location? So it depends. Now here you have to give your repository, your system IP address where you want to keep your source file. So after this one, once you click here create next, it will ask you the URL. So most of the time here you need to give the IP address of your machine where you want to keep your source code, and folder as well you can mention here. Okay, some people they use GitHub as well for the version control thing, but SVN is like one of the most popular, and still there are many companies who are using SVN. Okay, so I'm not going to give the URL here. You guys, once you are done with here, then click next and finish. You will be done. Nothing else is there. If you guys have any doubt after this process or in anywhere, like how to configure by using the URL, or how to configure by downloading the SVN setup file on your system, if you have any doubt, you can just let me know. So you guys can mention all your queries in the comment section, and then I'll try to reply as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.